Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to your weekly check in, Collective. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. You guys have been amazing. Thank you. I truly appreciate everything, Collective. This is your weekly check in. Come in, get relaxed because I have a specific message. I don't know exactly where it's going to take us, but I'm going to share my download with you. So, as I was preparing to sit down and do the message, I thought of the light seems brighter. And I feel like that has to do with the energy of the collective and the direction that everyone is headed in. I feel like there are more and more people who are starting to acknowledge that they want to be on the lighter side of their life. They want to have more enjoyment. They want to have more knowledge about who they are. So it's almost like a light bulb that's becoming brighter, or a higher watt light bulb that is brighter, that is creating more clarity for people to see. I also got threes and sevens are very significant, which break down to 10, which break down to 1. And we are in the year of the 10, which breaks down to 1, which is about new beginnings. A lot of new beginnings. And it made me think about the next full moon that's coming up on February 1st, this upcoming week, which is the full moon in Leo. And it made me think about new beginnings in matters of the heart. And the way that I connected that is with the full moon in Leo. It's a passionate full moon. And it's encouraging self-expression, confidence, romance, things that are led by the heart. The Leo full moon is described as a romantic, heart-centered time that encourages passion and courage. And the most intense signs affected by this upcoming full moon on the 1st of February is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So those zodiac signs might be significant to some of you guys. But so in this spread, after I do our spirit message, this weekly message is going to be a little bit different. I am going to do an animal spirit spread. I'm going to do a Moonology spread, an astral spread, and I'm going to do each spread for my divine feminines and my divine masculines. Again, I feel like it's about bringing things in balance. When I also think about the number 3, I think about the divine. When I think about the number 7, it is about spirit. And I feel like it makes me think of balance, balancing the scales and matters of the heart between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It's time for people to start to come into union and there to be more balance and harmony amongst all of us. So let's just see, collective, the grass is greener syndrome. So somebody is maybe realizing that the grass was not greener on the other side. If somebody's wanting to come back and chase you after they rejected you. Somebody who actually has amazing gifts rejected the gift that God was trying to give them. For some of you, collective, the gift was you, male or female. But now this person, realizing that the grass is not greener on the other side, wants to come back and chase you after rejecting you. But your ancestors are protecting you. You are protected heavily at this time. That number 3 and number 7 energy. Yeah, your your spiritual door is being guarded. Collective, not anybody can just walk into your life anymore, into your energy. You have evolved to a place of ascension where you have divine protection all around you all the time. Confirmation. There they are. Gatekeeper, spirit guide, protection, and good luck. This is your energy because you have put in the work and you have done the healing, and you have now your ancestors sending good energy towards you, shielding you, and you have a guide constantly around you right now. Look at that. Because you are going through your spiritual initiation, you are receiving new spiritual gifts. You have a lot of people in the background jealous of this, but they didn't see the work that you put in. They didn't see how hard you were working to get here, collective. And now people are fighting each other over the fact that they're dealing with endings left and right. The people who tried to hold you back, who tried to take from you, who tried to keep you from growing and evolving, they are now going through their own endings. And you have graduated to the spiritual warrior. You have put in the work. You have basically become a wounded warrior through all the challenges, which you turned into opportunities for growth. And you have a mature man that is heavily thinking about you right now, collective. Mature man or mature woman in your energy. Thinking about all the things that you've had to go through to get to this point of ascension, of your spiritual initiation, and how heavily protected you are. And all they can do is now sit and contemplate how close they were to you, this person in your life that took you for granted because they thought that there was something better than you. They didn't see your value. They didn't see your purpose in their life. But now it's too late. You have moved on. But there is somebody always praying for you, collective. And you have become so close to spirit, so close to the Most High, that nothing can penetrate your energy. Beautiful message. Keep going, collective. Keep going. Okay, you guys, so I am going to roll the dice before we start. Let's see who's going to connect to this spread, because I feel like this is a very special one, collective. So let's get some letters first. This could be your first, middle, last, your initials, the person that you are connecting to. W, K, another W, of P, Y, U, Z, the letter G, the letter B, the letter O. Somebody is like, wow, somebody cannot believe how much you've grown, collective, how far you've come. It's beautiful. There's somebody you have to say bye to. Okay. What else? Z again. Z, somebody will sleep on you, collective. There's a lot of Z's. K, Q, W, C, C. Now somebody wants to CC you, somebody wants to email you. Q, S, the letter L. Yeah, somebody will sleep on you, collective. They couldn't see the gift that was right in front of them. They knew that you were different in their life. They knew that you meant something, but because it was not familiar, they shunned you, they pushed you away, they judged you, they talked bad about you, they slandered your name. Yeah, truth. Exclamation point. And somebody is in deep contemplation about this. As you guys know, that is my deep contemplation symbol, the little dash, the letter K, P again, the letter V, the letter B, E, Y, the letter X. So these could be any letters that are connected to you, collective, first, middle, last, or somebody you know. Let's get your numbers. 11. 411 is significant. This could be a synchronicity, number synchronicity you've been seeing. April is significant. November is significant. June is significant. September is significant. I have 69, Cancer energy, significant. Born in 69, born in 96. I have August, July as well. Born on the 7th, born on the 8th. 22 is significant. 10, here's 10, very significant. October 22nd, October 4th, April 10th, June 8th, August 6th. All right, collective. So the first spread I'm going to do everything in threes because, like I said, I feel like threes are very significant to this weekly message. So I'm going to get 3 animal spirit guide messages for the divine masculines to start. And let's see what your messages are, divine masculine. Okay. Unicorn, dragon, owl. So 2 spirit messages for the divine masculines and 1 air. So a big connection to spirit this week, divine masculines, or they're asking you to connect deeper to them this week. So let's start with the unicorn with your spirit message. It's one of my favorite ones. I love the unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. Yeah, they want you to reconnect with them this week, divine masculines. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers, well, maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn and you have begun your quest for the answer. So a lot of you guys are starting to seek out more answers about the divine, spirituality, your connection to spirit, your connection to the most high. And it's very interesting because it is in connection with the message that I did for the divine masculines on yesterday in your weekly check-in. You know, I feel that it is time for you to get reconnected, get regrounded, to help you to refine your courage again and your strength that is natural to you, divine masculine. But I feel like it's been missing. I feel like you've been questioning it, and it's time to go exploring again. Dragon, seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on his back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, then Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. Again, this is about finding your true self again, divine masculine. And I feel like in order to do that, you have to reconnect, get regrounded, reconnect with spirit. And I feel like they are ready for that vibration. I feel like it is happening more and more. I feel like our divine feminines went through that level of healing, regrounding, and now I feel like our divine masculines are starting to do the same more and more. All right. And then I'll energy for the divine masculine. So I'll energy. Abundance, clairvoyant treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. Nice. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When you are in balance, you're generous, trusting, and secure. When you are out of balance, money quarrels exist and scarcity exists. In order to bring into balance, an offering. So, my divine masculines, this is the message for you from the animal spirit this week. Reconnect with the divine. I know that for some, it is hard to believe that a connection with something higher or more exists, but if you have faith, then you already know this. If you believe in the Most High God, then you already know this. This is the divine. This is your connection. And it's about recreating that relationship by talking to your spirit team, your higher self, reconnecting yourself with the Most High, getting grounded. This is going to help you to refine your inner self, your courage, your higher self. It is going to allow you to be in more inner peace because you know that you have divine protection. The number 3 is about the divine order, protection. Again, 3 is very significant. And with this owl energy, once you are able to reconnect, once you are able to begin to do your inner healing, get regrounded, find your temperance, then you have your owl energy, which is about bringing you abundance and abundance in all areas of your life, not just financial or material, but all of it, love, money, everything. This is how you begin that journey towards finding your true abundance. Reconnect, truly reconnect with spirit to find your inner peace, your courage, your higher self, that inner fire that maybe some of you guys have lost, that motivation, that ambition that generally comes natural to you as a divine masculine. But with all of the life's challenges that you are facing, the connections that you are in that are not the correct ones, you are sitting in the wrong energy. It's time to regroup, divine masculines. Okay. That is your message from the animal spirit. Okay. Divine feminine, what is your message? Okay. It's more than 3, so let's see what we got. Camel, crocodile, deer, and stingray also came out for you, divine feminine. So I'm just going to put it here, but I'm going to read 3 energies because this is about doing things in 3. So stingray came out for you, divine feminine, just as a side reference. Okay. But your main energies, the first 3 energies for you: camel, crocodile, and deer. So we have earth energy, water energy. Okay. So camel is fire energy. So I have fire energy, I have water energy, I have air energy, and earth. So I have all of the major elements out here now. Balance, you guys. Balance. Some of you guys have all of these elements in your zodiac chart as well. So fire energy, air energy, water energy, and earth. Whether that's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or north node signs. Okay. All right. So let's start with camel for you, divine femme. Resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance. Wow. Fire and water. So some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign, a water sign dynamic. This could be you and another person, but somebody needs to come into balance or bring something into balance and bring responsible for being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When a camel is in balance, they are calm, content, sparkle in the eye. When out of balance, they are dehydrated and lacks vitality. To bring into balance, a pilgrimage. So divine femme. So this is basically telling me that you guys have found your temperance. Most of my divine feminines in the collective have found a way to balance your energy. You have been able to, even in matters of adversity, people trying to push your buttons, you have been able to stay calm in the situation. And then some of you guys have a situation with a water sign, because like I said, camels are fire, and this is referencing balancing between fire and water. So some of you guys have a situation with a water sign that needs to be brought into balance this year, maybe this week. All right, then we have crocodile, which is our water sign. Crocodile, water elements. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, you feel stuck and you lash out. To bring into balance, you need rest. So, what this is telling me with the crocodile energy, it's telling me that a lot of you guys have been in the background and you have been patient. You have been waiting. You have been regaining your strength. You have been basically taking your time making decisions. You don't walk away from challenges, but you are wise enough to know that you shouldn't jump and make an emotional decision. You guys are using your mind because you have learned with life's knowledge, wisdom, basically how to choose with intention correctly. So you withdraw when you need to withdraw in order to observe from a higher perspective. So again, divine femmes, you guys have been in a balance. You've been finding your balance. You have become wiser, more patient. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, for the haunt. You have become a silent powerhouse in your healing journey because you have gone into hermit. You have stepped away from the chaos and you are going within and finding yourselves again. Very good energy. Okay, then we have deer, which is earth element. Okay, so deer. So good job, divine femmes. Like I said, I feel like this upcoming week, maybe by this upcoming full moon in Leo, with matters of the heart, you might have an opportunity to come into balance with this fire and water energy out here. So someone may be coming towards you with some type of communication and an opportunity to balance something out. I think as long as you guys are both on the same page energetically, and I feel like with the way that you have found temperance and patience, you will be able to know quickly whether you can bring something into balance or not. So with the deer, it's loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. When you are in balance, you are receptive, compassionate, and nurturing. When out of balance, you are concerned and protective. To bring into balance nature and children. So, yeah, and this dear energy. So, this is confirmation. Yeah. So, divine femmes, you guys definitely have a situation coming towards you where you're going to have an opportunity to balance out something between fire and water. And the spirit is asking you to basically, again, in the right energy, if the right energy is presented and it allows you to be in a nurturing, more loving or gentle energy, that's what they're asking you to do in order to stay in balance, in order to bring balance. I think the biggest message is to keep yourself in balance. And for my divine masculines, again, spirit wants you to reconnect with them so you can find your inner strength again, so you can regain your wisdom and gain your abundance. That is your birthright. These are the messages from the animal spirit for my collective this week, you guys. Beautiful. Okay. So now I am going to get 3 messages from the astros. I'll start again with the divine masculine with your 3 energies from the astros and your messages. Okay. The first one out is number 50, introspection, your 12th house. divine masculine. And on this card, what I'm seeing with this number 50, what I'm seeing is it looks like all 7 chakras coming into balance. Introspection, 12th house. Okay, that's your first message. The second message from the Astros for my divine masculines. Midhaven, Pinnacle. Pinnacle energy. Number 36 could be significant. Number 50. Number 9. Number 5. One more message, please, from my divine masculines from the Astros. One more message, please, from my divine masculines. Okay. Taurus energy. Taurus energy, number 2, cultivate, stubbornness. Okay. So divine masculine. So with the 12th house energy introspection, number 50, okay, the 12th house again is about spirituality. It's about healing. It's about the subconscious. It's about karma. So divine masculines, again, spirit is asking you to reconnect. Some of you guys may be dealing with karma because you guys have some lessons that you need to learn. And this is going to require you to start healing, reconnecting with spirit so you can heal. This is going to change your karma into debts paid and possibly into dharma, where you can begin to collect your abundance. But your 12th house energy is what you need to contemplate, get connected to. Spirit, unicorn is out here. This is spirit really speaking to you, divine masculines, right now. Okay. Then with your midhaven, the midhaven energy is about your career. It's about your reputation. Your reputation may be at jeopardy, depending on the actions, depending on your decisions up until this point. Again, so reconnecting with spirit, finding balance again within self in order to get grounded, in order to start healing. I think that is really the message for you, divine masculine. I feel that heavily, especially with coming right after your career and reputation, this Taurus energy, right? Because Taurus energy is about being reliable and patient and sensual and determined. This is your natural energy, divine masculine. Divine feminines, we want to be able to rely on you as a divine masculine. We want you to have patience, not only with us, but with yourself. We want you to be allowed to be in a more sensual energy. That's a very, very sexy energy from a divine masculine when there's sensuality. And sensuality comes from you being confident, feeling strong and bold, emotionally balanced, grounded. But on the opposite side, for Taurus energy, divine masculine, there's stubbornness, there's materialism, there's selfishness. There needs to be a better balance. And again, the message is reconnect with spirit, start to heal those aspects of you that are in balance, because it's going to make you stronger. It's going to encourage you. It's going to give you more confidence again. And that's what you should have, divine masculine. Okay. All right. What are the 3 messages for the divine feminines from the Astros that are going to be important this week? So the first one, North Node, future. Divine feminines, you're in your North Node. Okay. Second message for the divine feminine from the astros for this week. Second message for the divine feminines. Neptune, vision. Hold your vision. So number 34 is significant. The number 7, the number 26. You could be 34 or 43. The number 7, you could be 26 or 62. The number 8. Okay, one more from the astros for my divine feminines. Fourth house, home, beautiful. Okay. So, divine femme, with the work that you've been putting in, most of you guys are in your north node, meaning that you are on path, you are doing what you are destined to do, or you have the potential right now for your future path to be what you're destined to do. And that is because, again, of the healing, right? Of you being in balance with yourself, that temperance energy. So your future looks very, very bright right now, divine feminines. So the advice is to hold your vision, Neptune energy. Okay. Hold your vision. Use your imagination, your dreams, so your dreams are going to be very important right now. Pay attention. You guys could have Pisces in your chart with this Neptune energy as well. This is also about, coming out of delusion. I feel like with the healing that you guys have done, you have stopped living by illusions. You've taken off the rose-colored glasses. You are truly seeing yourselves clearly, which is beautiful because it's creating this huge level of confidence within you. And then we have fourth house, which is about home, family, nurturing, roots, your parents. This is Cancer energy, moon energy. So some of you guys could be Cancers or connected to one, but home is very, very important. And I feel like this is going to help you with building your legacy. When I see home, I think of legacy, longevity. So you being in your north node, your future looks very bright. It's about now holding on to that vision. It is about putting in the action. It is about being willing to be creative and put yourself out there. And that is going to bring you stability in your home sector. Again, with family, with your legacy, help you to rebuild your roots, whether you're starting from the ground up or whether you're building on top of something you've already been working on, divine feminine. So beautiful energy. Okay. All right. Now let me get you your Moonology messages. So let's get 3 for my divine masculines. What are the most important Moonology messages for my divine masculines this coming week? Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Divine masculines. First card out. Confidence. You need your confidence back, divine masculine. That is your natural birthright, to be confident, to be in that lion energy. Yeah, I know. Emotions are running high, supermoon. There is a lot of energy behind the divine masculine's eyes. There's so much heartbreak. There's so much pressure. But I know that you have the strength naturally, the confidence naturally to overcome challenges. But I feel as if you've been beaten up, divine masculines, for so long. And I don't mean physically. I really mean more spiritually and emotionally. In your heart space. That it's time for you to regain that confidence back. It's time for you to take your own power back and step back into the role of a true divine masculine, fully in balance with your divine masculine and divine feminine energy, not more one than the other, but a true balance where you are able to be a protector, a provider, but you're also able to be nurturing and loving. I feel like there's so much heartbreak amongst our divine masculines that people don't talk about. But it's important to know that divine masculines, you guys hurt too. But don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. This is the energy that I am feeling that's coming up for this full moon on February 1st. It's time to open up your heart. Do something heart-led, especially if it's been a long time since you've actually used your heart space for vulnerability, for love, for compassion. This is going to be the energy this week, and this is why emotions are going to be running high because of this full moon in Leo. Okay, 3 Moonology messages for my divine feminine. Divine feminine, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Like I said, divine femmes, you guys are in your north node right now in the collective. Another one for my divine feminines from the Moonology, please, for my divine feminines. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. You can have Aries in your chart, Sagittarius in your chart. A lot of all fire energy is out here right now. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. The energy is gaining momentum, divine feminine. So this situation that is coming towards you where there is going to be an opportunity to balance is gaining momentum. A fiery climax is approaching, new moon in Aries. But luck is going to be on your side. And the advice for both my divine feminines and divine masculines from the Moonology is bring love into the situation. Love of self, love of others. New moon in Aquarius. Okay. All right, let me get you your spirit animal oracles and then your healing oracles. Community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Beautiful. Grace. Look at that. Love. I love this one so much with the swans. I love how it shows the true balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine. The grace of that balance between the two. You who glide across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Love it. Inventor. You guys are so smart. I keep saying that. This same spirit animal oracle comes out every week for the collective, and it tells me that whoever is listening to me, whoever is part of this collective, who is part of this soul tribe listening to me right now, you guys are some smart cookies. Somebody is going to invent something great that is going to help the world. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it, but avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and you can juggle them well. So this is a reminder that even with your level of intelligence, it's important not to lead with your ego. It's important not to use that intelligence to take advantage of other people, but use it to help others. Intuitive. You guys are very intuitive in my collective, the Loon. Like I said, you guys are very smart. Listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. You are loved, collective. You are unique, and it's such a beautiful thing. You are self-reliant. Yes, like the snow leopard. Oh, interesting. This full moon in Leo, the nickname for it is the snow moon. So that's cool. The snow leopard. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. You don't have to tell everybody every move that you're making, collective. Sometimes when you are trying to become a master at something, sometimes it's better to keep what you're doing to yourself, because most people don't send good energy your way if there's jealousy, if there's envy. So it's best to move in silence right now. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky, so let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Collective, you guys are an inspiration. Never forget that. Okay. All right. Let me get you your healing energy oracles to close this out. What are the most important healing oracles for my collective this week, Spirit, to close this out so that they can have an amazing week into this full moon and Leo energy, so they can start to open up their heart space and lead with more love and with more courage. Inner work. God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing, divine masculines. Because the Most High God loves you, because us divine feminines love you. We want to see you heal. We want to see you become confident again, to stand in your truth. As I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strengths. I direct my thoughts toward the light and see the positive side of every stage of my life. Darkness turns into courage. Thus, I get stronger. Confirmation for my divine masculines. Attention. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. And look at this confirmation from Spirit, returning to the heart. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul. The present moment, I calm my thoughts. I focus on my heart and find space to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks to all of my efforts. Beautiful. Goodness. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow myself goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. Open to the universe is the path to light. I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. Collective. The universe is here to support you always. Don't be afraid of your heart space. I understand that it's been broken and it's been hurt and it's been stomped on. And the pain has sometimes felt so unbearable, you probably didn't think that you could survive it. I understand because I have experienced it more than once in my lifetime. But I never lost faith in love, love being the highest vibration, love being the action. Love is just not a word that you say. Love is what you do for other people. And as you love and give from your heart space unconditionally without needing something in return, without expectation, it raises your vibration naturally because it makes you feel good from the inside. That's the type of joy that money can't buy. That is the type of joy that a material possession cannot give you. But it takes you trusting again. And if you can't trust someone, trust yourself and talk to the Most High. Trust in the universe because they are always there. Energy is never destroyed, it is only transferred from one thing to another. The vibration is always there. The energy is always there supporting you if you call on it, if you ask for help, if you pray, expect an answer. Collective, this is what I have for you this week. I pray that you enjoyed the message and it was purposeful and useful and encouraging because I love you guys to the moon and back. And I want what's best for the collective. If it resonated, I would love to know about it if you would like to share. But of course, it's not a requirement. But thank you so much for being here with me. But until next time, you guys, bye.